Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your boy Mr. Box Office from Mr. Box Office TV, back with another video. Tottenham 3, Chelsea 4. And to sum up that game, that was the most topsy-turvy game I've seen in a long time. Tottenham was shocking, in my opinion. And even when we were 2-0 up, it was still shocking. And it was the calm before the storm when Chelsea scored and ended up winning the game. Showing why I didn't rate my manager, which I still don't rate my manager. I don't rate the players because you see what I see right now. And trying to put the bones out of this is just, it's going to be quite easy for me. So let's just sum it up right now, get straight into it. Firstly, the first half, we started very fast. We were going into Chelsea box, trying to press them like we always do. Great pressing from us, and it culminated in Cucurella losing the ball, slipping. Johnson goes onto the loose ball, goes right onto the right, puts a good cross in the box, and then right across the box, and then Solanke just puts it in the back of the net, beats the Chelsea defender. 1-0 Tottenham. Everyone's elated. It looked like a very hard game for Chelsea, the way that we were playing, and the first goal. Cucurella looked like he was looking embarrassed as well. Chelsea trying to come back, but Tottenham still come on the attack with big momentum. So then after that, Cucurella makes another mistake with the ball, slips over his feet again. I think it was then Kulusevski who gets the ball. We get the ball back. Kulusevski comes into the box, comes into the right-hand side, comes into the half space, puts it straight into the bottom corner, 2-0 Tottenham. And then you're sitting there thinking, wow, we completely blitzed them in the first couple of 10 minutes or 5-10 minutes. But then I sat there and I actually sit there and thought, are we actually playing well at the moment? Because I don't feel like it. I just feel like we're just capitalising on mistakes here. And that's what I felt like. I felt it's the calm before the storm. And what do you know? The storm came in Sancho, who again shows me today what I don't like about my players. There's Chelsea have got quality. And that was quality from Sancho. Literally runs across the ball, runs across the pitch, gets into that nice area between the penalty area and shoots right in the bottom corner. It's a beautiful goal. And it's shown you quality. And also the kind of feeling about the whole game. We were on tenterhooks the whole game. You could see the midfield was completely controlling us. Cucurella, who changed his boots after the second goal because he was getting fed up with getting slipping. They had Fernandes, they had Caicedo, who was on the right back. He was right back today rather than centre midfield. He came into centre midfield when Lavia came off because he got injured. But Lavia as well. And I thought that midfield duo, because I think Caicedo was inverting, it really worked for Chelsea. And Chelsea looked better than us, being honest. And so everything in their midfield is what we don't have in our midfield, composure, which I don't see it with Basuma. I'm sorry, Basuma is not that type of midfielder. Sarr, not that type of midfielder. Kulusevski, not that type of midfielder. And it's just very rushed. And you see, with Chelsea, they're playing it about. I saw it earlier today with Fulham for their first goal. You see Sonderberg and I think it's Lucic. Everything that I saw against Fulham last week, they had the players that they could just put their foot on the ball and just pass it around. And we just don't have it. And that's what really winds me up about Tottenham at the moment. It's just, we've got lots of players that, yeah, they run fast, they've got energy, but when it comes down to really composure, just to slow it down, and then that eloquence, that quality, I just don't think we've got it. And I think that's just shown you why I didn't have any confidence about this game, even when we were 2-0 up. The problem I had with this game today, we had to play Romero and Van der Ven, who for me weren't fit. We rushed them back. Let's be honest here, I don't know even why Romero got back into the team, because let's be honest here, Dragusin didn't deserve to be dropped. I don't think Dragusin was actually that bad to be dropped. So I think he was very unlucky, really. But we carried on. Chelsea still dominated us. We with the ball, kept on passing it around, and they had chances. We had chances as well. I have to be honest, we did. But there were rush chances like we always do. For me, I wasn't excited, to be honest with you. Kulusevski was getting into good positions, but just couldn't fit a chance. Son had the chance as well. But then we get into this. It went on until the second half. We tried to press, we tried to go back. And one thing I need to say, at half time, during the half-time break, I saw some of the coaches having a talk with some of the Chelsea players. Because one thing I will say, it was really embarrassing the amount of times that people were throwing paper at Chelsea players. And I sat there and thought, okay, mate, if you want to do that, you're just motivating those Chelsea players. All you're saying to the Chelsea players is saying, well, okay, you're motivating them to just say, well, we'll show you. Because that's the sort of players they are. They've got arrogance. They don't care. They're not going to cry about it. They're just going to say, well, I'll show you. And what do? They're showing us. You saw that the coaches at half-time were motivating some of the Chelsea players. The player that came on for Lavia, Caicedo, who was very strong in that midfield. There was a part of a game where he fouled Son. And from what I've been told by some of the fans at the other side of the pitch, that he should have got sent off. It went to VAR. It was looked as not a red card, but I've been told that it looked like a red card. But then Chelsea just taking authority of the game. They just looked like they were taking authority of this game. They kept on passing it around. And then Tottenham, unfortunately, Basuma, who didn't have any composure in the box, they went down the other end, Chelsea, and Basuma fouled a Chelsea player, gave Chelsea the penalty, and Palmer had the composure to score the penalty. 2-2. So Tottenham 2-0 up, letting 2 goals. It just looked almost like they were gonna lose the game. Third goal, which was, I've got to be honest, had a little bit of quality in it. Let's be honest. It was Palmer running down the right-hand side or left-hand side, and he's galvanising past players, and then he's just passing it round to Fernandes, who just chooses his spot, and just places it in the back of the net. That's 3-2 to Chelsea, and they look like they keep the combat. And looking Tottenham with flat faces. As for Postecoglou tries to change it, Johnson goes down because he has a hamstring injury, because he's played too many games. Then Van der Ven, who came back from injury, goes down. Romero goes down. Dragusin came on, and then Archie Gray came on later on. But he comes on after Tottenham Hotspur gave away another penalty. And for good measure, Cole Palmer, from the penalty spot, chips it in the back of the net. Just sums up Tottenham completely. Look, one thing I will say, after we let in the fourth goal, we made the substitutions, putting Berval on. We had Timo Werner on, obviously, and then we had Archie Gray at centre-back. It wasn't that bad. We fought back with Son scoring from the corner, which was a good play from Tottenham. So we did fight towards the end. He likes football anyway, Sean. But unfortunately for me, It was too little, too late. Chelsea tried to keep the game, to manage the game through to win the game. And to be honest, they deserved the win. Completely did. So, to sum up that game, it just sums up our season. We start fast, but when we lose that momentum, we look really, really bad. And we have to get that momentum back to get ourselves back into the game. Tottenham, I don't enjoy the way we play. It's just not what I like. I told you I don't like this manager, and I told you why I don't. If this is going to continue, how can I want something from this manager? In fact, why would I want to continue with this manager if it's going to continue the way it is? I think you can have a better coach who can manage the club better with players and make them better, because I think most of the players are getting worse. And this is where my concern is at the moment. I don't see anything changing with this manager. So, I know people will disagree with me, but this is why I said what I've said. And I just think there are players there that need improving individually, and I don't think they're going to improve under this manager. You know, you can say that we're improving attacking wise. I don't see it. I'll be honest with you. I don't see it. And I've never seen it. So if someone can tell me why I'm wrong, but I don't see it. I see Chelsea players and I look at them and I see them improving. I see there's going to be growth, because that Cole Palmer's got something about him. The difference between him and Kulu for me is that Kulu's more rushed. When I see Cole Palmer, it's more eloquent. You see Neto, eloquence. Yeah, they did okay, some of the defenders sometimes. They did try in the battle sometimes, but not all the time, because they just kept on going, Chelsea. And you looked at the sub bench, they bring on players that are just equally as quality to compete, which we haven't got. We shouldn't be playing Archie Gray at centre-back. It's not helping his development, and it's not helping the lad. He wasn't that bad. The game was over, let's be honest, at 4-2. We only fought back to get back into the game. But overall, I can't take this serious, no. Bad defeat, and the storm's coming, and it is coming, unfortunately, like I predicted. And unfortunately, truth hurts. I can't say any more than that. Fans left towards the end of the game, they had enough. And I think now it's becoming ominous for me. You don't need me to ask what I mean by that. And Postecoglou leaving, because I don't see anything changing with this manager. That was shocking today. Have to be honest. Substitutions were too late. Maybe he hasn't got any options, but whose fault's that? And we've got Rangers next, and it's not going to get any easier. The fixture list is not going to get any easier. And if we're going to continue playing like this, more injuries are going to come. Yeah. More injuries will come, and it's not going to change. I'll leave it there. I'll wrap up the video. And whether you agree with me or not, put in the comments. Let's have a football conversation. On a cold day, when I should be inside right now, really should do something more with my time rather than come and see this. But that's how it is. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, if you didn't know, get to know. Support your boy, Mr. Box Office. Subscribe and like, and come on your Spurs. And I'm out.